Ray,
Good evening.
talk to me, mate. I mean, it's another sickener, another injury time goal we've conceded there. Only this time, it's ended in defeat, mate. I mean, gutting, to say the least.
Yeah, unfortunately, we competed for so very long, like for 70 minutes. A draw would have been a very creditable result. Like, I would have taken a draw before the game, and once Fred came on for the last 20 minutes, it was clear that we were playing for the draw, and Arsenal gave us the warning sign when the game made a late save, but sadly we couldn't hold out. And it was disappointing in the end because, I mean, you go back 3 weeks ago and Newcastle held out comfortably for a 0-0 draw, and they gave up few chances, and sadly we couldn't see it out right towards the very end. But if any consolation, it's one of our toughest games for the second half of the season out of the way, and we're still well on course for third and fourth.
Is it disappointing that that's like 2 games in a week now where we've seemed in control to a certain extent, but just sat back too much and it's cost us? I think sitting back has cost us 5 points this week in Palace and Arsenal, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, like it's 3 hard games back to back in the space of 8 days, and unfortunately, once the Casemiro booking in the Palace game, our heads dropped. It really did, and I could actually see Palace equalising. And had Casemiro been playing today, we could have at least gotten the draw, possibly fancied our chance to win it. But the sooner he comes back, the better. Because I mean, our midfielder Casemiro was kind of like trying to drive a car with a flat tire, unfortunately.
That was it there. I think a couple of individual errors today. I mean, Wan-Bissaka for that first goal for Arsenal has to go down as big fault there, not tracking Nketiah for the run behind. He obviously lost the ball a couple of times in just trying to play out from the back. I mean, he's been good recently, but is it disappointing that it was just individual errors? Because defensively as a team, we've been doing all right, but today it just seemed to catch up with us a little bit.
Well, I mean, I feared 3 matchups, so I did coming in today. The midfield battle, I feared we get overrun because of no Casemiro, but we held our own for like 70 minutes. Like, I don't rate McTominay, as you know, but he didn't give too bad account of himself. I feared Luke Shaw would never live with the pace of Bukayo Saka, and it showed. And then up top, Rashford was our only attacking outlet because we brought on Garnacho far too late, and Weghorst, no offence, it's an underwhelming signing, and I feel it's like a Gallo loan signing about a couple of years ago. So the 3 matchups I feared, we competed in midfield and up front, but not with Luke Shaw on Saka. I feared that was never going to work.
There was a lot of shouts from the crowd saying Luke Shaw was standing off Saka too much, giving him too much space, inviting him into the box. And in the end, it just seemed to like we gave Saka, we didn't give him as hard enough time, I don't think, as what we could have, because we've been dogged defensively recently, and we just seemed to go easy on him and give him too much space.
But he's one of the best wingers in the Premier League, and even against France in the World Cup, he caused them a lot of trouble. The French kept fouling him, so they did last month. So he's had a consistently good season, and he's a strong contender for man of the match, so he is, him and Nketiah. So, I mean, like in a combined 11 between Arsenal and United, he walks in no problem. So does Martinelli, so does Odegaard, definitely. He's a level above Bruno, and he's a close second to De Bruyne for the best attacking midfielder in the Premier League.
I feel that's where the game was lost today in the end. That control in midfield. They had the possession. I think there was a stat came up. The last 20 minutes there, I think Arsenal had around about 75% possession of the ball. I mean, does that say where that game was won and lost today for both teams?
Potentially, and they had the option of Trossard off the bench. I mean, all we could bring off was Garnacho. It was kind of too little too late. And then, when we brought Fred on, it was just trying to contain. We had 2 CDMs, and then I suppose Eriksen and Bruno did okay in midfield today. So it was we just couldn't see it out, unfortunately, towards the end.
It was a shame, wasn't it? Because we had a player in Marcus Rashford who was on fire. He was scaring Arsenal to death every time he got the ball. He was lethal today. Yeah. And it just seemed to miss that extra forward because as industrious as Anthony is, his end product isn't there. And it's like Weghorst, like you said, just coming in. It's like we're playing with one man up front, one danger, really. We've not got any goals from anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, so Rashford and Garnacho are our 2 main attacking outlets because Anthony, unfortunately, is a one-trick pony, cuts in and shoots. That's all he does. And Sancho, a year and a half, he's been pretty much underwhelming for the money that we paid. And Weghorst, he's not even our player. Like, no offence, he only came from Burnley. He's only here probably till the end of the season. So, I mean, in this January transfer window, I mean, we're not getting the back in because it seems though we're well on course for top 4 despite today's defeat because, Liverpool, Chelsea and Tottenham have dropped off significantly. We're not really a threat for top 4. So it looks as though Ten Hag may as well go all out to win every cup competition that he can because, I mean, in the league we should get 3rd and 4th quite comfortably. So, I mean, I noticed teams in the last 15 years who go for 4 trophies only end up with 2. So if you finish third and get a Carabao Cup and FA Cup or Europa League, it'll be a good season still.
Ray, thanks for coming and talking to us, mate. Sorry about that result, pal.
You're very welcome, and you're very welcome for the article I've made. Yes.
Go on, mate.
Yes. No problem.
What have you got there, mate? Another article for me.
Oh yes.
Cheers for that, Ray. Pleasure,
Oh
mate.
yeah. I look forward to reading that, watching the video on YouTube. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Good night, Adam.